Washington, D.C. That's the setting for the Hornets. A smooth scoring wing with size, skill, and a lot of confidence. Brandon Miller's ready to make his mark as they wind up for game time at Capital One Arena. Hornets, Wizards, it's next, right after this. So the Hornets starting five. Bridges at the 4 with Plumlee at center. LaMelo Ball is out there with Trey Mann. And it's Miller in at the small forward position. Now here's Miller. Shoots over Sarr. Oh, a special move before that shot.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Here's Coulibaly. Kicks it to George. Middleton, left side. 6 to shoot. Shoots over Miller. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. And legs over the next few years, the Wizards undertaking an $800 million renovation of their home arena.
Yeah, PA, this venue's almost 30 years old. I was making threes in this building. So some changes are welcome, including expanded training facilities, locker rooms, and improving fan access and amenities.
Middleton, that's good. And it's McCollum with the assist.
Yeah, as good as anyone on the catch and shoot. Middleton deposits another J.
Miller outside. Right side man. Shoots. They grab their own miss. There's Ball with a 3. Drills it from deep.
Fearless from beyond the arc. LaMelo has unlimited range and tremendous confidence.
A chance here to catch up with Allie from the sideline.
A bit ago, Brian Keefe and I were able to chat. Coach told me, quote, our success defensively in this one hinges on how we guard LaMelo Ball. He continued, not only is Ball a 3-level scorer, he's a top-tier passer with excellent court vision. And we've got to do our best to make him uncomfortable out there. Guys?
And Allie, thank you for that. Here's Miller. The top of the key jumper is on the mark.
I love this approach. Getting him involved early, and it's already paying off.
And we knew coming into this game, we expected him to be very involved early.
Can you say immediate entry into the highlight reel? Woo, what a dunk, PA.
It's showtime now, man. They've built up a lead, and they're starting to rub it in. Now here's Middleton to the middle. And stolen by Bridges. Miller outside. Ball outside. Plumlee, a screen on McCollum. A deep 3 from Ball. A chance to extend the lead to double digits, but it's no good. The Wizards trail by 7. Pass to Sarr. Back to Coulibaly. They set a pick. Shot to stop the run. Miller pulls it in. For Charlotte, they've gone 4 of 8 and looking in control. All right, Tim, let's focus on Bilal Coulibaly. 6'8", 7'2" wingspan. My goodness.
Man, tremendous tools for a wing defender, BA. He was a late bloomer, and he's still working on his skill level, but if that comes along, watch out.
Boy, I like their energy coming in. Terrific execution so far.
And from the opening tip, they've been locked in. Just look at the score. That tells you all you need to know.
Sarr using all of his length and athleticism to tell this league that he has arrived.
The putback. Outside man. Tries the spin move. Converts after the nice spin. Man's got 5.
So far, they're owning both ends of the floor. We'll see if they can keep this going.
Well, the score reflects it. They've just been the better team all the way around.
Now here's Bridges. Still without a bucket. Plumlee passes to Bridges. Hammers the lob through.
Woo! I just love that alley-oop slam, BA.
Defense disorganized. Defense pays. Sarr up top. Middleton from the outside. Hornets with the rebound. There's the 3. And Ball with the basket. The assist from Miller. Ball's got his 2nd basket of the game.
And just executing at a high level. I mean, taking what the defense allows and putting in the work.
Well, they're making something very...
And as the first quarter wraps up, already a double-digit lead. Hornets out in front, up by 15. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And if you're just tuning in, we've got a wide margin on the scoreboard, but plenty of time left for a comeback. And a breakdown here, guys, of the hustle stats for the Hornets.
It's all about the offensive boards. I mean, they're just a statement about toughness, trying to demoralize your opponent by outworking them, out-hustling them.
And another area of success for them has been the fast break. They have repeatedly gotten out in transition and found easy shots.
On the floor for Charlotte, Colin Sexton out there with Knipple. Then there's Josh Green, and it's Diabate in at the center position. Drains the triple. And it sure seems like post play has evolved quite a bit over the past decade or two.
Yeah, it really has. I mean, there aren't many big men who operate only on the low block anymore. But if they do, they're considered throwbacks.
Yep, that one goes. Salon, he's got his first 2 points. Kispert outside. From behind the arc. And that's good. His first bucket of the game.
Slow reaction from the D, and it cost him 3.
Pass to Salon. Here's Knipple. Fires in the triple. Knipple's got his first 3 points of the game.
The rookie Con Knipple with the confident answer. A 3 of his own after the 1 on the other side.
Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
Thank you, Brian. There's a lot to consider with NBA expansion, and Commissioner Silver said, quote, "What does that mean for talent? I feel great about where the talent is right now in the league, but those players have to come from somewhere. How does it work geographically? What will it mean for growing the game?" These are all good questions. Guys, back to you.
Okay, Allie, appreciate the update. To the paint. Kispert on the wing. No good from outside.
That's his shot, and one I'm sure he wants back.
Here's Sexton. Pass to Knipple. Launches it from deep. Rebounded by Johnson. The Wizards trail by 14. And a little under 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second quarter. And here's Kispert from the arc. Nails it from beyond the arc. Kispert's got 6 in the quarter.
And we're playing about as much defense as they did there. Not nearly enough.
And here's Knipple from the arc. Sexton. It's good on the putback.
Just great positioning to get the rebound, then get it back up.
And Carrington, here we go. Here's Whitmore outside. Hornets with the rebound. Outside Sexton. 1:57 left in the first half. Kept alive by Charlotte. And here's Green from the arc. Gets the 3 to fall. Green's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's Carrington. And they come right back with their own 3-pointer.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
And within the bigger picture of the game, you have these individual matchups.
Outside Whitmore. 1:16 left to play in the first half. Champagne's shot is off.
And you just can't afford to give up that kind of look very often.
Here's Knipple. Again, Charlotte. 1 minute left in the second. Right side Carrington. Pass to Champagnie. Back to Carrington. Puts up a 3. Hits the 3-pointer. Carrington's got 9.
And another one from distance. He's hot, and they keep feeding him.
4-3. Salon, no good. Wizards trail by 12. Kispert with the ball. Green picks him up. Here's Whitmore outside. Nails it from 3. He's got 5.
Well, you can't ignore someone like that on the perimeter. If he gets a good look, he is going to knock it down.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. For Washington, they've gone 7 for 11 in the second quarter. Kispert's shot is good.
Oh, man, I wish I played in this era with all of this space.
Hornets leading by 6. Now Sexton. They set the pick. He got it up. No good. misses at the buzzer. And so it's Charlotte with a 6-point lead at the close of the quarter. What has them in front right now, by and large, they're taking great shots. We'll be right back.
And now, please direct your attention to center court. And get ready for the fan half-court shot. Run. They're measuring up the shot.
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, this second half could turn out to be a great one, as both teams trying to gain an edge. It's been quite a game for Carlton Carrington.
I like how they control the tempo and play to his strengths.
There is nothing better than watching scorers get their points within the flow of the offense.
We've got Sarr, George out there with Chris Middleton. Then there's C.J. McCollum, and it's Coulibaly in at the 2 guard. That's the group starting the second half for Brian Keefe.
First personal foul. First team foul.
Miller against Middleton. Pass to Plumlee. 6 on the shot clock. Left side Williams. Sarr pulls it in.
And that leaves his coach scratching his head because you can't get a better look than that.
Beyond the arc. They get it again. Coulibaly on the wing. There's a screen. McCollum outside. Over Plumlee. Out to McCollum from downtown. Plumlee pulls down the board. Plumlee's got rebound number 8 now. Man, the pass to Ball. The 3 is up. Sarr pulls it in. Sarr's got his 5th rebound in this one. From the top of the key. And again, Washington, no good.
Well, he usually brings rain from there, but not this time.
Well, Grant, a wrist injury hampered Brandon Miller in year 2. Good to have him back in action.
Yeah, the number 2 pick in 2023. I mean, the future still bright for Miller. And he'll have every opportunity to fulfill his immense potential.
McCollum's shot is off. Hornets leading by 6. Plumlee, a screen on Sarr. Here's Miller. That 3's off the mark. The Wizards have gotten 0 shots to go out of 6 attempts. Here's McCollum, and he drops that one in.
Offense has been hard to come by so far. A much-needed bucket right there.
Points have been hard to come by in this one. Every made basket is huge.
Charlotte again missing.
And at this point, the defense is daring him to shoot.
Sarr passes to George. And they call an illegal screen here.
The screener was leaning a bit right there. His feet may not have been planted. Pretty obvious call by the officials.
Also, the ball handler needs to wait until the screener's feet are set.
McCollum against Ball. Takes the 3. And it's Coulibaly with a rebound.
You have to defend the three-point line. They got lucky he missed that one.
And there's the call on LaMelo Ball. That's his first foul.
First team foul.
Clock keeps going. 3 minutes into the second half now. Middleton with a screen on Ball. McCollum, the pass to Middleton. Now here's George. Williams defending. George has the open look. And that comes off the assist by Middleton.
Every coach in this league loves assisted baskets. It indicates your offense is flowing the way it's supposed to.
Miller, the pass to Williams. Miller, a screen on George. Williams from long range. Again, the miss by the Hornets. And so McCollum will bring it up for the Washington Wizards. They haven't given up any points here in the second half. Outside man. Miller outside. From outside the arc. It's rebounded by Washington. There's a minute 12 left in the third quarter. Middleton passes to McCollum. Kicks it to George for the lead. Sinks it from distance. George has got 5 points in the quarter.
They fought so hard to get themselves in a position to win this game.
Well, they've shown great determination, and that speaks to the overall character of this team.
Shot clock at 6. Here's Miller. Knocks down the triple. Miller's got 9 points.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Back to Koulibaly. George sets a screen. McCollum outside. Takes a 3. Offensive rebound. Back to Koulibaly. Fires from deep. No good there. Miller left side. Lets it go. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
Makes his select.
And that'll do it for the third quarter. Charlotte on top, up by 4. And we're just moments away from the start of quarter number 4. Stay with us. And with these teams locked in a very close contest, this fourth quarter promises to be a good one. Fourth quarter on the court for the Hornets. Knipple out there with Colin Sexton. Then there's Josh Green, and it's Salon in at power forward. Outside Sexton. Charlotte needs to get off a shot. Here's Diabate. Oh, there's the shot clock violation, so they'll turn it over. Outside Carrington. From deep, Johnson. It's rebounded by Salon.
And this is exactly who you want taking that shot. He just missed it.
Pass to Knipple. Lets the 3 fly. And here is Green. Over Whitmore. And that one's good. Green. And the Hornets lead by 6. Trying to find a spark here.
Yes, indeed. A rough stretch offensively. They could really use a basket.
Fires it. Champagne's shot is off.
I admire the play call. They just couldn't capitalize.
Well, it just shows you. You can do everything right and still come away empty-handed.
Right side, Sexton. Pass to Diabate. Just 5 to shoot. Here's Knipple. And Charlotte again with the bucket.
Yeah, and for a rookie, I really like how Knipple carries himself, including how he operates the screen and roll.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Washington again can't hit. The 3 from Sexton sends it home from three-point land. And it's an 11-point Hornet lead. Tim, you graduated with an MBA from an elite business school. How has that impacted how you look at the NBA?
Well, it certainly gives you a look at how the business side of things are impacted in the NBA and a real grasp of the numbers. And man, oh man, are those numbers big at this level. It's just not his night from the 3. But this is exactly why you can't live and die by that shot.
Now Johnson. Outside Carrington. Nifty move. Oh yeah, that's good. And so it's Sexton who brings up the ball for the Hornets. A great fourth quarter, just giving up 2 points. The 3 ball is down.
I mean, Sexton can shoot from anywhere, strong from beyond the arc.
On the wing, Whitmore. Kispert outside. Fires the 3. No good. Here are the Hornets with the ball. They've gone on a 10-2 run, not allowing much. Cash from downtown.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
Anything you can do, I can do better. That one felt a little personal right there.
And within the bigger picture of the game, you have these individual matchups.
Right side Carrington. No good from 3. Hornets leading by 12. Sexton fires. Oh, the long ball, no good. And stolen by Sexton.
And a comfortable win for them here. Game is out of reach. Good performance for the Hornets.
A pair of tremendous rebounding teams.
And these guys played a little harder tonight, and that was the edge they needed.
And as it was happening, as it was building, you knew this was a monster game for Brandon Miller.
He impacted the game in a multitude of ways. Anytime they needed a big play, no matter what it was, he came through.
And so it looks like the Wizards will retain possession here.
Almost had the steal. You have to love the pressure defense.
He is just trying to make an impact by disrupting their rhythm.
So Washington ends up going with a new group. Ball against McCollum. The crossover. And he sinks the jumper.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
And so it's Charlotte with it. At one point, they led by 16. Rebounded by Sarr. And so Charlotte takes this one by a big margin. Boy, a nice win on the road.
starting spot. And for the Wizards, Koulibaly is out there with C.J. McCollum. Then it's George. Then it's Chris Middleton. And it's Sarr in at the center position. George sets a screen for McCollum. Well, both these teams are struggling, RJ. Neither is playing great basketball right now.
Oh, no, they're not. But this is an upside. Somebody is going to come out on top tonight, and that could bring some confidence because, boy, we know they need it.
And a wide open look for Porter. Good on the three-point shot.
And such a sharpshooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep.
Sarr sets the screen for McCollum. Takes it down to Middleton. Williams with the steal. Pass to Porter. Takes a three. Another three for Brooklyn.
And a smooth shooting stroke off the catch. Porter clearly excels in those situations.
Sarr sets the screen for Koulibaly. Tries it from the top of the key. It's hauled in by Claxton.
No clue how he misfired on that shot. You don't see that from him very often.
Pass to Porter. Thomas sets a screen for Porter. His three-pointer's off the mark. On offense, here are the Wizards. It's a three-point game. And this Wizards team, Greg, giving its young players every opportunity to develop.
Yeah, these young guys were the NBA equivalent of drinking from a fire hose. But after years of just treading water and mediocrity, I think the fans appreciate the clear sense of direction from this group.
And good that time. McCollum's got 5 now.
And with that great handle and high basketball IQ, McCollum remains a lethal pick-and-roll option.
Outside, George. Nice ball movement by Washington. Koulibaly with a screen on Thomas. McCollum finds Koulibaly. 5 to shoot. Sarr with a screen on Thomas. And so it looks like Washington will retain possession here. If you're just tuning in, we played about 2.5 minutes here in the first. Middleton against Williams. 4 on the clock. A wide open look here for Koulibaly. Misses the 3, and he used the pump fake well there, but he couldn't capitalize. Pass to Thomas. Beyond the arc. Rebound by the Wizards. Sarr, the pass to Middleton. Sarr sets the screen for Middleton, and here's McCollum. Over Claxton, and the basket by McCollum. He's got 7.
What a professional. McCollum's reliability on offense is such a gift to his team.
Outside Thomas. The kick out to Porter. Williams, a screen on George. Porter outside. C.J. McCollum comes up with a rebound.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
Nobody near George. No luck that time on the shot that would have put them on top. Here's Demon. And again, no good by Brooklyn. Washington's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. Middleton for 3. It's hauled in by Claxton. Claxton's got his 4th rebound in this one. There's Thomas with the 3.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
I'm sure they'll think twice about shooting against him next time.
Outside for George. George sets a screen for Middleton. Fires from deep. Drops in the tray.
Slippery play by Middleton. Comes off the pick and goes on the offensive.
It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. Offensive rebound. Claxton on the follow.
He'll be around the rim. Defense has always got to know his whereabouts.
Near the three-point line, it's McCollum. Great look there, but off target.
Oh, that's a shot he's got to hit. Brick.
From deep. And that one released in time, but no good. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. And some good action in the books as we get back to the game that's been pretty close here so far. And from Brooklyn guys, what jumps out to you stat-wise?
Well, they used the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
In this league, it is so hard scoring in the half court, so you have to run every time you get the opportunity.
Setting the floor for the Nets. The post tandem, Porter Jr. and Claxton. Guard spots filled by Demon and Thomas. And it's Williams at the 3 spot.
If you're not right up there on him, oh, he's going to make you pay.
Carrington finds Kispert. The 3, it's good from long range. Kispert's got himself on the board with 3 there.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
So, RJ, last season, the Nets making a pair of in-season trades to add future assets.
Dealing Dorian Finney-Smith to the Lakers, Dennis Schroeder to the Golden State Warriors. Brooklyn got back a bunch of second-round picks. Smart moves as they continue to build.
Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws.
Yeah, good job trying to get a hand in the face, but you've got to be more careful.
Second free throw, no good. And it doesn't seem like the analytics folks are often fans of the mid-range jumper. But, Richard, where do you stand on that?
Well, I think great players have to use the mid-range jumper because most teams are protecting the paint and the three-point line. So for the best players, the shot creators, the guys that need to score buckets, they've got to have an in-between game.
Now, here is Martin. Still scoreless. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. It's to Champagnie. Lets it go with the 3. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that just comes down to a lack of effort. The defender has to do a better job fighting through the screen.
Into the lane. Outside, Martin. Will it go? And the Nets miss again. Wizards leading by 5. Johnson from outside. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Let me tell you, Trey Johnson's never seen a 3 he doesn't like.
At demand. Over Kispert. And the Nets miss again.
No matter what looks they get, they just can't convert to stop this run.
This is snowballing for them. They've got to get a good look next time down.
And they are starting to pull away here as the shots continue to fall.
Yeah, the D is looking helpless to stop them right now. They're doing whatever they want to do on offense.
Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Thanks, Kevin. The NBA has style. Commissioner Adam Silver said this is a unique league. It's also a lifestyle brand. There's a strong association with music, fashion, culture, and also art. And the way to grow the sport is to appeal beyond those who are hardcore basketball fans. That's where our success has come. Back to you.
Yeah, but we sure love those die-hard fans, don't we? Thank you, Allie. And Clowney can't get it to go. And it's Kispert in the corner. Launches it. Wolf grabs the miss.
Well defended that time. He's a shooter that the D has to close down on quickly when he's ready to pull the trigger.
And here are the Wizards now. They're rolling here on a 15-point run. Johnson surveying the floor. In the corner, it's Whitmore. A three-pointer is right on target. Whitmore's got the lead up to 14 now for the Wizards. On the wing, man. Pass to Clowney. Back to man. Here's Clowney. Whitmore defending. Goes up to the stripe. Yep, that one goes.
And with a merciful bucket, he snaps a terrific run by Washington.
On the wing, Carrington. Here's Champagnie. Snatched away. Man with it. Now defended by Whitmore. Martin from outside. Just 1 second between the shot clock and game clock. Lets it go from deep. Rebound, Washington. And it's Gisbert in the corner. Good if it goes. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Washington Wizards enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. A look at the field goal percentage numbers tells the story of what tough defense they're playing today. We'll get you back to the action after this break.
Ready for the fan half-court shot. Drum roll. They're thinking about the shot.
And with a big gap on the scoreboard, the second half begins with very different goals for these teams. One side trying to mount a comeback, one side trying to protect their lead. C.J. McCollum really making a difference here.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
McCollum is out there with Koulibaly. Then it's Chris Middleton. Then it's Keyshawn George. And it's Sarr in at the 5. So that's who Brian Keefe starts the second half with. And the basket by McCollum.
Yeah, McCollum is a real danger at the arc. He's an efficient long-range bomber.
And RJ, you played 7 seasons in a Nets uniform. The most of any of your teams.
Yeah, it was a great way to start my career consistently in the playoff picture. It was really the most sustained success that the franchise has enjoyed.
Wizards leading by 15. Outside, George. Back to Koulibaly. And it's McCollum in the corner. Shot clock at 6. Pulls up on the wing. And it's good off the back rim and in. McCollum's got 12 points in the game.
And just look at those numbers. What can't McCollum do?
Pass to Demon. A 3 ball. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got 5 rebounds tonight. And there's the foul. It'll go on Igor Demon. That's his first foul. Just over a minute and a half played here in the third. Sarr with a screen on Williams to the inside. And there's the foul. It'll go on Igor Demon. That'll be his second foul of the game. Nets on defense. Still looking for their first bucket of the second half. And a wide open look for McCollum. Off target with his 3.
And sometimes on defense, you can just get lucky.
It's Thomas outside. And Sarr pulls it down. Sarr's got 6 rebounds now in the game. And here's McCollum for 3. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9, 67% shooting.
And no doubt about it, in order for them to be successful, he has got to be a catalyst when it comes to scoring.
Now here's Porter. He's got 6. Thomas a screen on McCollum. It's Thomas on the wing. And again, no good by Brooklyn. And Middleton kicks to McCollum. Fires the 3. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Now, here's Thomas. Scoreless thus far. They're outside. And Chris Middleton pulls it down. Here's Washington. 11 unanswered points for him. McCollum, again the Wizards score.
Boy, you have to be impressed with the offensive production. They have got it firing on all cylinders.
They've had great execution, and what stands out is that they're just taking what the defense gives them, not forcing anything.
Connects from 3-point range.
3-point field.
Thomas got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. Here's McCollum. Up and in on the layup.
Look at McCollum just going to work. So good at using his creativity to find shots inside.
Here's Thomas. Basket good. Thomas got 5 now.
Obviously, this guy has a talent for scoring, able to problem solve for whatever the defense tosses at him.
And here's McCollum for 3. drains the three-pointer.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
This is today's NBA. Hey, we see this kind of exchange more often than not.
The Nets have gone a lackluster 3 of 9 from the field since halftime. Fires for 3. Washington with the rebound. Stars got 8 rebounds in this game. About 3 seconds between shot and game play. A good look from McCollum. And the Wizards getting another bucket right there.
And he just keeps on going. He's got more points than anybody else out there.
Koulibaly with the steal. McCollum left side. Another one falls for Washington.
He is getting everything he wants. The defense is seemingly powerless to slow him down. It's sad.
The 3 quarters of play all in the books, and this one all. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
Yeah, a terrific, unselfish play right here. Set up his teammate, and how about the setup this was?
We talk a lot about playing for one another. Right there with the pass, he's demonstrated what it means to do exactly this.
And as we head into the fourth, we'll see if there's a comeback in the works or if it's more of the same from the first 3 quarters. On the court for the Nets, getting the fourth quarter going. They've got Traore. He's out there with Martin, and it's Wolf in at the 5 spot.
Well-rounded effort, and they show no signs of letting up.
Yeah, not just an impressive showing on offense, but on defense as well, executing their game plan perfectly.
And that one's good, Whitmore.
And this is crucial to Whitmore's development, wanting to continue to improve as a scorer.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
You cannot leave him alone like that, especially from long range.
Pass to Whitmore. Now Kispert. 3-pointer, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
And this offense is in a perfect rhythm, and you can see how they're finishing their play.
Right about that. Seems like they haven't missed.
Washington's gotten off to a great start from 3-point range in the final quarter. They're a perfect 3 of 3. No good on the triple.
Not quite enough defense that time around. Just lucky he was off.
Outside, Martin. Jacks up a 3. The rebound by Champagny. And it's Washington's ball. They're on an 11-3 run. Kispert on the wing. Whitmore up top. From the arc. Traore with the rebound. Brooklyn's gone into a funk from downtown in the fourth. Only one of their 5 3-pointers has found the bottom of the bucket.
This is that modern big man play. Tall guys who are comfortable draining shots from deep.
We're in the fourth quarter here, just under 2.5 minutes gone. Carrington finds Kispert. Launches a 3, drills it from outside. Kispert's got 9 points now in the quarter.
The man has no heart, and that's poor defense for a team that has a long way to catch up.
Effort like this makes you wonder if they've already packed it in for the game, ready to go on to the next. Gotta at least show a little heart out here.
Here's Washington. They're on a 14-6 run. Carrington, that's good.
Well, and this has been their strategy throughout the fourth period. We'll see how it pans out.
I think when you've got it going from 3-point range, you got to keep it going. It's a good way to kind of pile up the points quickly.
So it's Washington now, following the bucket by the Nets. Johnson for 3, and with the rebound. Well, if you're just tuning in, welcome. We've got about 3.5 minutes gone here in the fourth quarter. Johnson, a wide open look, hits it from 3-point range.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for Washington.
You don't see this kind of a blowout often, but tonight this is a quality win across the board to deliver out this kind of punishment.
They definitely never changed the approach. They just kept after it and showed they were clearly the better team in just about every single category.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for C.J. McCollum.
We certainly got to see his best effort on offense, attacking the defense without fear and grabbing a lot of buckets.
And really the story of this second half, one team getting the shots they want, the other not so much.
And start with their defense. They've been intense on that end, and they can actually help their offense as well.
Now here's Kispert. Buries it from three-point range.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
And let me tell you, as a team, you love to hit your stride right at the crucial moments. They put this game away in style.
Martin wide open. He fires. Bangs home the trifecta.
And what kind of defense was that? You can't give up wide open threes like that. What are you doing?
He got it! Wow, way outside!
When in doubt, just do something spectacular.
Highsmith's shot is off. From deep three-point territory. Washington gets it back. On the wing, Whitmore. The tray. Drains it from beyond the arc.
Oh, I love that possession for them, ending with an assisted bucket.
Here's Correa off the mark. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. It was a tale of two teams tonight, one that was in total control, operating flawlessly.
NBA basketball on 2K Sports. With two Hall of Famers, Doris Burke and Grant Hill, I'm Brian Anderson. Allie LaForce, our reporter. Now let's check out the starters for Brooklyn. Porter Jr. is the 4 with Claxton at the 5. Williams is out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Highsmith in at the 3. Now here's Miller. Plumlee finds Miller. Plumlee a screen. Shoots. Miller can't get it to go.
Oh, rising up from the mid-range, but doesn't exactly look confident about it.
Well, Brandon Miller has proven himself as a multi-positional player, Doris.
He has, and in this era of positionless basketball, Brandon Miller is a guy who can fit in a lot of different systems. He can shoot the jump shot. He can play face-up off the bounce. You can use your size to overpower guards in a mismatch. A lot to like with Brandon Miller.
Here's Thomas after Charlotte's three-pointer on the other end. And here's Porter. Crafty move. Pass to Highsmith. Clock at 6. Williams from long range. The rebound by Mann. Here's Charlotte now. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Ball, a screen on Williams. Fires the 3. Claxton with a rebound. For Brooklyn, they've gone 1 for 3 so far. Outside Porter. Stolen by Ball. Fast break. Here come the Hornets.
Come on, what's better than a perfectly timed alley-oop? Mr. Miller, have at it.
Porter looks it over. Out left to the wing. Claxton passes to Thomas. Just 5 on the clock. Pass to Williams. And again, it's the Nets missing. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from three-point land so far. Three-pointer, no good.
Well, despite the miss, obviously the shot this offense looking to generate is exactly that.
Oh, got that one up quick.
Corner pocket, corner 3. Cam Thomas shaking free.
For Charlotte, they've gone 2 for 5 here in the first. There's a screen. Here's Miller. Makes a fantastic move and nails the shot.
Now you want to get him going as soon as possible. Great way for him to start this game.
He's a guy who, if he gets hot, he can carry your offense for long stretches.
Now here's Claxton. Porter with it. Guarded now by Ball. Thomas against Bridges. Thomas misses. The Hornets have gone 3 of 6 from the floor. Here's Mann. Buries it from 3.
He's consistent from out there, especially when you give him that kind of room.
Pass to Porter. Fires for 3. Gets the 3 ball to go.
Yeah, we're seeing the competitive spirit of Porter Jr. as he responds with a 3 of his own.
Here's Ball. Again, Charlotte.
Boy, that one was not easy. Every once in a while, you just make a tough shot.
Pass to Williams. That one's good from the corner. Williams has got 5 now. The Hornets have gone 5 of 8. Solid opening quarter for them. Ball outside. They set the screen. The 3. Great start so far. 3 of 3 in this one.
The young fella. Ball getting more and more comfortable from the corners.
Thomas with the ball. Guarded now by Ball. Porter gets the bucket.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling three-point opportunities.
Bridges outside. No good on the 3. And we've got a whistle. He was fouling with a purpose. And in that spot, in that situation, it's got to be a transition take foul. And he'll be shooting his first free throw.
Well, for Cam Thomas, obviously, the whole conversation about why he's in the league is his scoring ability. And I think the next step for him, he's got to start to be able to play make for his teammates.
And he misses the go-ahead basket.
That's the shot they wanted. It just didn't fall.
I think expect them to go back to it because that's the kind of shot this offense is designed to generate.
Man misses. Outside Porter. Oh, he trades.
After the review, the ruling on the floor is overturned.
In the time. And indeed, they're going to look at it again. They need to be certain he beat the buzzer.
While this call may not decide the game, you always prefer to get it right.
Michael Porter, he's been the guy making things happen for the Brooklyn Nets. Hitting 3 trays in the quarter, providing some sharp shooting. All right, we'll get back to the action after this break. And we hope you're enjoying the game. Both teams tonight keeping things pretty even on the scoreboard so far. And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Nets.
Yeah, their early focus on outside scoring has paid off. They're finding plenty of points from three-point land.
And the other thing I love, how they're making the extra pass. They're not settling for the first shot. They're going from good to great.
Knipple out there with Colin Sexton. Then it's Green, and it's Diabate in at the 5 down low. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Then you might think the toughest picks are set by the bruisers. But some say the shooters actually set the best screens. Why is that?
Well, the guy guarding a shooter doesn't want to leave their side. So when they screen you, you get no help.
Here's Wolf. Yet to see a basket. Outside Johnson. The Nets need to get off a shot here. Out of bounds. Nets ball as Brooklyn keeps possession.
You see his active hands knocking that pass out of bounds.
That's what you call a game of inches. They talk about it in football. We see it right there.
Demon, he's checked in for Brooklyn. Pass to Knipple. No one near him. And he knocks the jumper down. Knipple's got 5 now.
With his ability to pull up and shoot it, Knipple gives defenders issues in the pick-and-roll game. I love great defense. Just quick to establish his feet, and he takes the hit.
There's a screen. The 3 from Sexton. They get the rebound. 3-pointer. Pure from 3-point range. Sexton's gotten himself going here. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Pass to Man. Jacks up a 3. Gets rebounded by Charlotte. Here's Knipple. Wing shot on the way. Oh, and he can't make that one. 2 for 3 now. His first miss. Martin outside. Into the lane. Let's go with a 3. And again, it's the Nets missing. Charlotte has gone 2 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the second. Here's Dimon. Check by Sexton. Pass to Clowney. The 3 connects from downtown. And the Nets lead by 1.
Another lead change. Give these teams credit. They're really fighting it out.
Neither team willing to give an inch, and neither able to seize the momentum. This has been a fascinating one to watch.
Here's Sexton to the inside. Shot clock at 3. And here's Knipple from the arc. The rebound by Man.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
We've got 1:48 left in the second period. Good ball movement here by Brooklyn. Pass to Wolf. Here's Clowney from deep. Diabate grabs the board. Here's Knipple. He's guarded by Martin. The 3 is up. And Salon gets it to go. Salon, he's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there.
Yeah, great vision for a rookie. Knipple makes good decisions. He's not just a shooter.
Pass to Wolf. Fires the 3. And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Here's Diabate. And here's Sexton. Fade away. That one misses. He's 1 for 3.
Just enough of a shot contest to bother him.
Pass to Clowney. Launches it. It's rebounded by Salon. Charlotte has gotten 6 of 13 shots to go from outside the arc. On the wing, Green. He's guarded by Man. The 3 from Sexton. Drops in the 3. Sexton's got 6 points in the quarter.
I mean, Sexton can shoot from anywhere. Strong from beyond the arc.
Pass to Clowney. Back to man. Here's Martin. And they waste no time getting those 3 points back. Martin's got 6.
That's how you up the ante.
Nothing less from these two, taking pride and making plays.
And hold up. We're not going to halftime just yet. The officials signaling that they are going to take a look at this replay.
And, of course, they want to make sure it was the right call, but I'm not sure how much it'll impact this game. We'll see.
And we're through the first half of play here in what's been a good one. It's the Hornets up by 2. And we'll see you back here after the break. Third quarter action in just a bit. And in that first half, we saw a pretty tight battle. We'll soon find out what sort of adjustments were discussed during halftime. One of the stories here, Michael Porter getting it done today.
He's hit shot after shot from deep. He's so locked in right now.
Well, he's in a great rhythm, looking comfortable and confident.
Kicking off the second half, here's Jordy Fernandez's 5. Porter Jr. is the 4 with Claxton at the 5. Cam Thomas out there with Zaire Williams. And it's Highsmith in at the 3. And it's Bridges with the jam.
Well, this guy knows how to put on a show. Put Miles Bridges in the dunk contest. Did you see that?
Thomas, a screen on Bridges. It's Thomas on the wing. Back to Porter from the arc. The rebound by Bridges. The Hornets with a lead. Pulls up. Again, Charlotte.
Well, Spencer Dinwiddie goes to the pull-up jumper, and I'll tell you what, that's very much a part of his repertoire.
Thomas, right side. Pass to Highsmith. Outside for Porter. Hits the trifecta. Porter's got 12.
Catch and release. Porter Jr. is so quick. Tough to close out on.
Miller, a screen on Williams. He was all alone on that one. And the Hornets lead by 4.
Boy, you allow a shooter of his caliber to get that good a look, and good night.
Here's Claxton. Pass to Highsmith. Now here's Thomas. He has 6. For 3, and it's going to be a 24-second violation. They turn it over. And now around 2 minutes gone by in this half. Now here's Ball. Pass to Miller. Bridges outside. Now Ball. Shot clock at 6. And here's Dinwiddie from the arc. And it's Thomas with the rebound. And Thomas has got the ball here for the Brooklyn Nets. 4-point game. Well, when you think about Cam Thomas, Doris, what's the first thing that comes to mind?
Well, it's the first thing that comes into Cam's mind, and that's put the ball in the basket. And the ability to do it from range or off the bounce, this guy is a special offensive player.
And the rebound goes to Charlotte. Plumlee's got rebound number 5 here tonight. Out to Bridges. Some nice passing by Charlotte here. Ball outside. For 3, Dinwiddie sinks the tray. And now it's a 7-point Charlotte lead.
Well, he has proven that you've got to respect the long-range ability of Spencer Dinwiddie. Nice.
Porter, the pass to Highsmith. Porter a screen. Here's Claxton. It's Thomas on the wing. Tried to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Williams against Dinwiddie. Bridges passes to Ball. A chance to push it to double digits, but it's off the mark. Outside Porter to end the drought. Ball with the rebound. Charlotte leading by 7. Here's the 3. Brooklyn pulls it in. Thomas outside. Pass to Highsmith. There's 49 seconds left in the third. And there's the screen. This one for three. He buries it from three. Highsmith's gotten himself going with a triple, his first basket of the game. Miller left side, lets it go from deep. Williams grabs the board. Nets trail by 4. Stolen by Ball. And the whistle blows on a backcourt violation. Went over and back. So Charlotte ends up going with a new group. Johnson against Sexton. Three-pointer. Martin with the bucket. Martin's got 9.
Boy, nice pass, a little ball movement, a little player movement. That's how you play this game.
Pass to Wolf for the lead. Here's Martin. The 3-ball. And he can't get that one. Got it up. No good on the buzzer beater. And we've just finished the third quarter. What a tight game we've got going. And it's time to bring up the State Farm assist of the game.
Talk about painting a magnificent picture with that, Don. Just a great decision and a perfect delivery.
We call that putting it right in the pocket, and he knew what to do with it once it was there.
3 tense quarters behind us. One more to go. Thanks for being with us as we get ready for the fourth. We've got Green, Knipple out there with Colin Sexton, and it's Diabate in at the 5. So that's the group out there for Charlotte. Brooklyn trailing to take the lead, and that one's good. Man's gotten himself on the board with a 3 there. Tremendous momentum building toward those final possessions.
Yeah, with 8 lead changes so far, it feels like this is going to come down to the last shot.
Sexton, that's good.
Well, this is what you call finding angles to come off in the catch-and-shoot situation. Nice job by Colin Sexton.
Outside man. It's stolen by Green. Sexton with it, and it's Man picking him up. Sexton misses. Brooklyn's gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Johnson passes to Martin. Back to Johnson. Launches the 3, and the rebound goes to Charlotte. Diabate's got his 4th rebound in this one. And we've made our way through just over a minute and a half of this fourth quarter.
The defenses have to chase Knipple off the 3-point line, or he will just continue torching them from there.
Man, the pass to Martin. Here's Clowney. There's the triple. Knocks it down from distance.
Both teams are starting to find a rhythm here.
And this is partly what the game has become, right? A matter of dueling 3-point opportunities.
Ooh, it misses. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for the Nets. It's a 1-point game. That misses. Brooklyn has gone 2 of 4 from the perimeter here in the fourth quarter. Tipped away. For Charlotte, they've gotten only 2 of 6 attempts to drop in the fourth. Green outside. Here's Knipple. He's guarded by Man. The 3 is in!
Wow. Huge points from Knipple. The youngster ready for a big moment.
Jacks up a 3! Yes, sir, with the 3!
And they suck the air right out of this place by drilling the 3. Could be what saves the day for them.
And there's a whistle. That goes on Terrence Mann. That's his first foul. A full line change here for Brooklyn. Thomas against Ball. Oh, love to see Ball attack inside.
LaMelo living the life. That is a big-time bucket. Go ahead.
Thompson outside. 1:36 left in the fourth quarter. Williams outside. Thomas the screen on Dinwiddie. 4 on the clock. Now Claxton. Thompson outside to tie it up. With one on the clock. Oh, the stuff!
Oh, the athleticism on display. Nick Claxton makes these throwdowns look easy.
Dinwiddie, and he nails it!
Fearless in the clutch. Spencer Dinwiddie, big-time delivery.
Now Porter from deep. Not that time.
Boy, normally he makes that. Defense gets lucky there.
Bridges! Booyah! He sinks the triple.
I love the efficiency he's playing with tonight. Not scoring as much as usual, but he's been effective, and they're winning.
Outside, Williams. Thomas, a screen on Plumlee. Shoots a three. Thompson outside. Porter with a screen on Ball. Porter outside. He's off from three.
I mean, apparently he still has the green light to shoot threes, but he is in an absolute funk right now.
And you know they're extremely disappointed right now. I mean, this one getting away from them.
Well, they definitely have some things to work out, and you'd love to see them finish this game the right way.
Brandon Miller. Oh, he can't hit a tough three. Knocks down the trifecta.
Boy, how about the timing, the delivery? That is exactly how you set a teammate up.
And so the big win by Charlotte in a tight game. Boy, they didn't make it easy on their fans or themselves.
And you'd like to say these teams are playing well coming in. But that is certainly not the case.
Yeah, they are struggling. And tonight is a big-time opportunity. One of these teams is going to leave here with a much-needed win.
So a look at the starters for the Wizards. George is out there with Chris Middleton. Then it's Sarr. Then there's McCollum. And it's Koulibaly in at the two-guard spot. Offensive rebound. And Plumlee kicks to Miller. No good with the triple.
Sometimes it's more about what the defense is doing on that possession. They were all over him on the perimeter.
In the corner, it's Koulibaly. Offline with his three.
Defense may have given him that one. Based on the result, you see why.
Plumlee finds man. Lets the three fly. That's in, and he found his range with that one. Now 1 for 2.
It works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
Yeah, that's not the defense you need. You got to be tougher defensively.
Stolen by Ball. Shoots. It's hauled in by George.
You're not going to see that very often. Plenty of space, but he just, let's face it, he whiffs on that.
McCollum deciding where to go with it. Back to Middleton. 5 on the clock. The Wizards with another miss. The Hornets have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Miller, the pass to Bridges. And it's Ball in the corner. Back to Bridges. Charlotte moving the ball around. The Hornets need to get a shot off here. And so the ball out of bounds. McCollum touched it last.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
McNeely's checked in for Charlotte.
There it is, guys. One of those effort plays that makes a big difference in the game.
And GA, it is definitely making a difference so far today.
Well, you know, if you're not going to take care of the defensive glass, it's going to be hard to come away with the win.
And here are the Hornets now, following the miss by C.J. McCollum. And Middleton with a clear path to the hoop. Pass to Sarr. McCollum against Miller. This one for 3, and McCollum is good for 3.
There's no doubt about McCollum's touch from long range. He is a sharpshooter.
Here's McNeely. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. Hits the three-point bomb.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
Great shot by McCollum. He takes pride in knocking down those threes.
Such a wide open look.
And that's exactly what he's looking for, draining the triple.
Clark, the future of the league is bright with the likes of Brandon Miller roaming the floor.
Yeah, I like him a lot. In 2024, he was 3rd in the Rookie of the Year voting. Chet and Wemby were the 2 guys ahead of him, and we know how good both of those guys are. I think he's in a great position to continue to grow and potentially be an all-star.
Pass to McNeely. From outside the arc, and again it's Charlotte with a 3.
And he found the perfect spot behind the arc there. Big gap in the D.
In the corner, it's Sarr. Good, and the assist goes to Middleton.
Already expanding his game. Sarr trying to get better at attacking quickly off the pass.
McNeely, and there's another one for the Hornets.
Textbook, nice pass, great catch, even better finish.
In the corner, it's Koulibaly. And now running up the court, Miller pushing it up. From the corner. There's a good screen. Pass to McNeely. Back to Miller. There's the triple. It's rebounded by Koulibaly. Wizards trail by 4. Outside, George. Now McCollum. Sarr sets the screen for McCollum. The three-pointer, no good. Here's Ball. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. The scoring fast and furious as we end the first quarter. And hope you've enjoyed the broadcast so far. Halfway through the first half in this one. Looking at what we've seen from the Hornets, what do you think?
Well, when you control the glass, you control the second chance opportunities on both ends.
And, you know, their rebounding advantage has been glaring, simply outworking them on the boards for that entire first quarter.
So this is how the floor looks for the Wizards starting the second. Johnson is out there with Carlton Carrington. Then it's Corey Kispert. Then there's Whitmore. And it's Champagny in at the center position. And the three ball is good. Knippel's got the lead up to 7 now for Charlotte.
A lights-out shooter. Opponents will learn quick. You have to guard Knippel tight, or he'll knock those down.
Puts up a 3. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
Dinwiddie wide open. The basket good off the assist from Sexton. Dinwiddie's got his first 3 points of the game. Here's Carrington, defended by Sexton.
Well, he won't miss many of those, not when he gets a good look like that.
Here's Dinwiddie, and Charlotte again with the bucket.
Dinwiddie is not an easy cover. I mean, he's an efficient player who's able to use his height to his advantage.
Whoops, anticipated the pass. Turnover. Right side, Sexton. Pass to Knippel. Over Johnson. Knippel with the bucket. Knippel's got 5. And an important part of every team's game, a look at the hustle stats for Charlotte.
Well, you know, they've been aggressive on the defensive end, and it's paying off for them. Quite a few takeaways for them in the early going.
And you can't turn it over against this team. That's a recipe for disaster, and we're seeing the results of that.
Drills the three-pointer.
Well, it's all about being confident from there for Spencer Dinwiddie, a capable threat from distance now.
And here's Kispert from the arc. Diabate grabs the board. Pass to Knippel. Stolen by Kispert. And here we go. Washington fast break. That shot wide open. He's got 5.
And the defense scattered all over the place on the break. Nice job finding the wide open 3.
They double him with Whitmore. Nice pass in here by Charlotte. Here's Knippel, defended by Kispert. Knippel, no good.
And close to making the defense pay for the lax coverage that time.
Carrington, that's good.
Most any coach loves points coming off assists.
And taken away by Johnson. And now here's Johnson, a fast break chance. Kispert on the wing. Nothing on the board. Pass to Carrington. Shoots over Knippel. And Washington again with the bucket. And a closer look here at the hustle stats for Washington.
Right off the bat, they're going after the ball, looking to jump into the passing lanes and create some steals in transition.
And I think we've also got to talk about the tempo they played with right from the get-go. I mean, they've been deadly in transition, too.
Always a threat. Three-point land that time was seriously expanded. Better to be lucky than good. That pass was just deflected and not stolen. Dodged a bullet there.
Now here's Dinwiddie. 11 points in the game. Fires the 3. Washington with the rebound. There's the pick. And looks like the illegal pick was set. Yep, that's right. That'll get their attention.
And not the most common call you'll see in the NBA, but hard to argue that pick wasn't illegal.
Yeah, you know, the officials aren't nearly as lenient as they used to be on that call. As a matter of fact, I know I got away with a lot of those in my playing days, but that was 40 years ago.
Here's Knippel. 5 points in the game. Clock at 6. On the wing, Dinwiddie. He's guarded by Johnson.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And, guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
On the wing, Whitmore. Guarded by Green. 5 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. They set the pick. Back to Whitmore. The Wizards need to get a shot off here. Kispert with it, defended by Dinwiddie. And the call is going to be, yes, it is, an illegal screen.
get that ball off in time.
I agree. I mean, and to have the composure to lock in and get off a shot he feels confident about, that's good work.
And that does it for the first half of play. The Hornets on top, up 7. We'll be back shortly live from Spain. And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. You have to like what we're seeing from Spencer Dinwiddie.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And you know what? They've come at him a few different ways defensively, and nothing has slowed him down.
At the forward spots, it's Miller and Bridges. Trey Mann is out there with ball, and it's Plumlee in at the center filling out the middle. So that's the lineup for Charlotte. Miller, no luck.
That's a shot he's got to hit. You don't get many looks better from that range.
McCollum kicks to George. Back to McCollum. Kicks it down to Middleton. That's in, coming off the assist from McCollum. You see a lot of pick and rolls, but you also, Greg, hear about inverted screens. Can you explain to the viewers what that means?
Yeah, that's where your guard actually is the one setting the pick for the bigger player, and having little guys who are willing to put their body on the line. You think of a Steph Curry, a John Stockton, 2 of the best to ever do it.
Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead has got down to 5 on the bucket from McCollum.
And that's an element McCollum brings to their offense, the ability to drain the outside shot. It stretches the defense and makes them keep bodies on the perimeter.
Shoots the 3, and the Wizards hit again from deep.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big time mistake.
Here's Ball. Puts the fadeaway right on the money. And the Hornets lead by 4.
And if you're the guy who has to guard him, it is never going to be an easy night for you. And they had some botched coverage that turned into no coverage.
On the wing, man. He's defended by Koulibaly. And here's Miller outside. It's hauled in by George.
He is single-handedly dropping the temperature in here with that cold streak.
And he's got to find other ways to contribute then, because his shot making is not happening right now.
And here's Bridges. He'll bring it up for the Hornets. They've held a 12-point lead earlier. Ball kicks to Bridges. Charlotte moving it around. 6 to shoot. Driving inside. Then Bridges jams it in.
Well, I love the athleticism he brings to the table. Bridges can really score on the move and still maintain control of his body in those tight windows.
And he comes up with the deuce. McCollum's got 7 points for the quarter.
They didn't have much of a problem getting the ball into the post that time.
Man gets the bucket.
I like the offensive awareness to exploit that lack of coverage on that play.
Wizards trail by 7. George with the screen on Ball. And that one, good. McCollum's got 9 points now in just the second half.
This is the kind of scoring punch that McCollum can provide. He gets it done at all 3 levels.
Got that one up quick.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then a nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Clark, when you use the word unicorn, a one-of-a-kind player, LaMelo Ball fits the bill for sure.
Yeah, we've had so few point guards north of 6'7", and he's right in that range. And he also shoots it well on high volume from the three-point line. I don't know if there's a guy quite like him in the league at that size with that vision and three-point shooting marksmanship.
Loves hitting those threes, especially off movement. It makes Miller so tough to defend.
Pass to George. Bridges with the steal. Miller with a wide open look. And a miss there on the triple. Wizards trail by 8. And here's McCollum. The wide open look here for Koulibaly. From outside, off the mark. Koulibaly with the steal. 7-second difference, shot and game clock. Fades and shoots. Buries the long-range jumper. Mann's got 9 points now in the quarter.
We tend to focus on what LaMelo Ball gives you offensively, but he's disruptive defensively, too.
From deep, George. Good on the triple.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Nothing like answering back. One team gets 3, you fire 3 of your own. Boom.
From past the arc. And again, Washington with the triple.
3.
And that's it for the third quarter. Both teams scoring well as we head to the fourth. Hornets lead. And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter on the court for the Wizards. Alton Carrington is out there with Johnson. Then there's Whitmore. Then there's Kispert. And it's Champagnie in at the center.
The defenders need to recognize the importance of staying on him as we get into crunch time.
Dinwiddie surveying the floor. Sexton on the wing. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Knipple, no good. Washington trailing. Champagnie passes to Johnson to take the lead. Doesn't go for it. The way, Greg, they're sharing the ball tonight, mesmerizing.
Everyone's getting to touch it, and everyone's contributing.
Sexton for 3. Rebound by Johnson. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. Whitmore finds Kispert to tie it up. Sexton grabs the board. Charlotte's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the fourth quarter. And again, the Hornets missing. For Washington, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Pass to Kispert. Here's Carrington. And trying for the go-ahead basket. It doesn't go in. Out to the wing. Cuts it 5. Charlotte again missing.
And if you ask me what percentage of the time he's making that shot, my answer would be in the single digits.
Well, you can't be forcing a shot like that. You got to keep the ball moving. Get something better.
He nails it, and we're tied up.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Now Dinwiddie. Stolen. And there's the 3. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for Washington.
I like the fact that they've been very aggressive at the defensive end. Tenacious. They're jumping passing lanes and coming away with a lot of steals.
And you also have to applaud how they've been able to create turnovers and then convert those on the offensive end. And this is the game plan for him. He's a big part of their floor spacing.
And you know what? It's all about the long distance game for him tonight. He's getting it done from out there.
Sexton fires. 3. Good.
Big shot player. Sexton showing us he loves the spotlight. Seems energized performing here under the bright lights.
And he gets it to go.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
3. It's good.
You love how each side has risen to the challenge throughout this one.
Hey, defense is taking a back burner, secondary on the marquee, but who doesn't love a game like this? Let's go. I like offense.
Now Dinwiddie lets loose a 3. Trained from outside.
Wanting to take on more of a leadership role, Dinwiddie delivering in critical moments. Big time.
Puts up the 3. No good.
Yeah, showing some strength in the paint there. Tough rebound.
There's the pick, and there's the call. It's going to be an illegal screen.
Look, in the game this tight, those little mistakes make a big difference.
So both teams changing it up here. Wizards have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter. McCollum left side. Now Zorn. Plumlee with the steal. Ball with it. Now defended by McCollum. Here's Dinwiddie. Miller sets a screen for Bridges. Now Miller. 6 on the shot clock. And they call an illegal screen here.
Beyond the leaning, you could see his feet weren't set on that screen. Easy call.
Yeah, I agree. You know, sometimes that can be a tough call for the refs to make, but not that time. It was easy there.
McCollum. Bridges with the rebound.
Trying to take what the defense allows, but he couldn't get it to go.
Here's the three. Koulibaly with the rebound. 3 seconds separate the shot clock and game. Outside George. Knocks down the three.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Down it goes for three.
And Bridges made sure to get those points back right away.
McCollum fires. It's good. And timeout is called by Charles Lee. Coach clearly feeling the necessity to regroup with so much at stake here. Well, given the scenario here, how do you approach this next possession?
One last chance to win it right here. It's got to be a catch and shoot off the inbounds play. They don't have time for a second pass.
Knocks it loose. And so it's Washington who's straight by with the win. This win, such a tremendous emotional boost for them.
Really.
Well, no doubt victories lately hard to come by for both teams, and so there is no excuse for a lack of effort tonight. Both of these teams looking at this as a great opportunity to reverse this momentum.
Desperately needed here.
Absolutely.
With confidence and ability from long range, I love it. McCollum's able to space the floor and keep the defense honest.
Now here's Thomas. Back to Porter. No good on the triple.
And just terrible defense. I don't know how he missed that shot.
Sarr with a screen on Thomas. Takes the three. And again, Washington with a triple.
Gotta love how McCollum hunts down his shots, always looking for his next bucket.
Williams a screen on George. Let's go with a three. Williams misses. Washington has gone 2 of 2 at the perimeter. Back to McCollum. Launches it. Counted from distance. McCollum's got 9.
And that's what they want to do. Get him open looks early.
And the last few seasons, Legs, C.J. McCollum playing mainly point guard, but for his career, mostly at the 2.
Yeah, listen, he can play either, certainly can be a lead guard when he needs to be, but shooting and scoring off the dribble is really his bread and butter, and he can get to it from any angle, any platform, in any situation.
Great player regardless.
Absolutely.
Thomas against McCollum to the left side wing. Claxton passes to Thomas. Claxton a screen on Middleton. Now here's Williams. 6 to shoot. Lets a three fly. McCollum pulls it in.
Well, the defense should consider themselves lucky there because he's not usually one to miss those kinds of looks.
Off target with the three.
Yeah, and the defense has really got to tighten up on him. I mean, he's just too dangerous from the three-point line.
Here's Thomas. Pass to Claxton. Stolen by Sarr. Here we go. McCollum looks around. Off target from three-point range. Nets trail by 10. Porter a screen. He shoots it. And Williams gets the bucket on the assist by Claxton.
Very difficult to stop team play when the ball's moving. Excellent find with the pass to create that scoring opportunity.
Nice move, McCollum. Oh, and there's the whistle on the shot. So 2 free throws for him coming up. Cam Thomas picks one up.
And McCollum doesn't back down from anyone, including inside where he challenges defenders.
And McCollum drops them both. Well, Grant, last season, the Nets retired number 15, the jersey of Vince Carter.
Yeah, half man, half amazing. In his half-decade in New Jersey, making 3 All-Star teams, 2 as a starter, and joins his former teammate Jason Kidd amidst the 7 jerseys we see hanging above us.
Puts up a 3, knocks down the long J. McCollum's got 14 points.
They've shown so much energy right from the start, particularly on the offensive end.
So far, a great game plan and great execution, but we still have a long way to go.
Yeah, we're seeing the competitive spirit of Porter Jr. as he responds with a 3 of his own.
Here's McCollum, and that one comes up a bit short.
Won't see him miss that one too many times.
Well, that is the shot he should be looking for. He's just got to hope for better luck next time.
Thomas passes to Highsmith. Back to Thomas. 5 on the clock. Pass to Williams. Shoots over Coulibaly. Williams misses. The Wizards on offense. They're on a 17-7 run. There's McCollum with the 3. McCollum with another miss. Nets trail by 10. Porter with a screen on Coulibaly. Here's Thomas for 3. It's rebounded by Washington. It's a 4-second differential between the shot clock and game clock. There's McCollum with the 3. That won't go either for McCollum. Brooklyn's gone just 1 of 6 from downtown. Pass to Porter. Puts the move on. Here's Highsmith. Back to Porter. What if it goes? He got it up in time, but it would not fall for him. The first quarter concludes. And so far through one quarter, it's been a lopsided game. We'll see if that changes here in the second. And what do you think about how the Wizards are doing here?
Well, it seems like they went in looking to do damage from long range, and they face little resistance.
It's what the league looks like these days, but it's not always easy to pull off and execute it.
So on the floor for the Wizards, they've got Kispert, Carlton Carrington out there with Johnson. Then it's Cam Whitmore, and it's Champagnie at the 5, roaming the paint. Now here's Carrington. Fires the 3. Oh, great D that time from Powell. Martin outside. They set the pick. Pass to Clowney. 4-3. Rebounded by Johnson. Washington leading by 8. Here's the 3. Oh, can't get it. Misses his first attempt. Brooklyn shooting around 33%. Not the best offensive efficiency. And as it goes out of bounds, Washington able to keep possession. From downtown, and he's in the books. Now 1 for 2.
And you can tell Johnson enjoys toying with defenses and pick and rolls, just taking what they give him.
Well, Grant, when it comes to exciting young guards who can really fill it up, Trey Johnson's name has to come to mind.
Yeah, no question about it, B.A. This kid can score in a variety of ways, and his confidence is what makes him so dangerous in this department.
On target from range.
Oh, you gotta love the back and forth, showing real confidence at the arc.
And when you give up a 3, there's always this instinct to try and get it back immediately. And we're playing about as much defense as they did there, not nearly enough.
Pass to Clowney. The 3. And the shot's off. 1 for 2 in this one. Wizards leading by 11. Here's Carrington. 3-pointer off the mark. Quarter 2 and just under 2.5 minutes gone by. And the 3-pointer goes.
Well, the defense was a little soft right there, and it made it a practice shot.
Outside Carrington. Pass to Kispert. Now Whitmore. Powell pulls it in.
Yeah, and that's a shot he'll make 90% of the time. He just couldn't get it to go right there.
And that one's good, man.
An excellent job of taking what the defense is given.
Out of bounds. It'll be Brooklyn's ball. Brooklyn making a switch here. Johnson's checked in.
Into the lineup for your next, number 45.
There's 1:54 left in the second period. Pass to Martin. 3-pointer. And again, it's Brooklyn from deep. Washington has gone 7 of 14 from the perimeter in this one. Johnson for 3. He drops it from range. Johnson's got 9.
And after the 3 on the other end, young Mr. Johnson answering with one of his own.
Martin outside. The 3 ball hits the trifecta. 9 points in the game.
And another one from distance. He's hot, and they keep feeding him.
Kispert outside. The 3 is up. And again, it's Washington with a 3.
Defensively, you can't afford to get stuck on the pick.
Well, you just have to communicate those switches. If you don't, it's on you.
Just incredible. I mean, he's really making it rain out there, knocking them down one after another.
This defense is trying to stay connected to him, but he is on a mission.
Back to Carrington. Kispert outside. 6 on the shot clock. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. 27 seconds left in the first half of this one. Pass to Martin. Here's the pick. The shake. Outside man. For three. Got a piece of it. From deep, Johnson. And again, Washington with a triple.
The three-point shot has been his weapon of choice this quarter.
Here's man. That misses. Would have counted had it gone. And the first half comes to an end. We've got a close game going here. It's the Wizards up by 5. And join us right back here after the break for the start of the second half.
Get ready for the Fan Half-Court Shot.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. Well, you know, C.J. McCollum has been really making an impact here, guys.
Can they come up with an answer for him coming out of the half? They have to change something defensively.
And that will be the biggest adjustment. They have to force the ball out of his hands, but that's a difficult challenge.
Porter Jr. is the 4 with Claxton at the 5. Zaire Williams out there with Cameron Thomas. And it's Highsmith in at the small forward. And that's the group for Jordi Fernandez as we begin the second half. Size and shooting touch always in demand, legs, and two things that Keyshawn George possesses.
Yeah, he's an interesting combination because he grew up playing point guard, but hit a growth spurt later on. So he's got the vision and ball handling skills of a point, but now he's adding that scoring prowess of an off guard.
A player to watch for sure.
No doubt.
Just 4 to shoot. McCollum's shot is off.
I know he's on a cold streak, but he can't let that get in his head.
If he can just make a couple of buckets, though, this can all be put in his rearview mirror.
Now here's Thomas. No made baskets yet. He's off on that one. Middleton looking around. Here's McCollum. Claxton with a rebound. Claxton's got 6 rebounds in the game. Pass to Thomas. Claxton a screen on McCollum. Brooklyn no good that time either. Washington leading by 5. And he connects with a jumper. McCollum's got 16 points.
They're defending the pick and roll. You have to stop the ball, especially when it's C.J. McCollum controlling it.
Oh, wasted no time on that one. For Washington, they've gotten only 1 of 4 shots to fall in the second half. Gets the 3 ball to go. McCollum's got 19 points.
And both teams running long-range plays that are working.
Yeah, just going back and forth. It is really competitive out there.
And a miss there on the triple.
I'm surprised he missed that one. He is a dangerous guy to leave open.
Pass to Highsmith. Porter a screen. Williams from long range. He buries it from 3. He's got 5. And obviously we know so many kids dream of being a professional athlete. But when did that become a real goal of yours, Legs?
Well, B.A., honestly, about the age of 8, I thought I was headed for the major leagues. That all changed with a 7-inch growth spurt in 1 school year. Decided to try basketball for the first time, and man, am I glad I did.
Here's Highsmith. He's got 5. Back to Porter. 3-pointer. Rebound, Washington. Sarr's got his 5th rebound in this one. For 3, McCollum. Pure from 3-point range. He's got 22.
I love McCollum's versatility as a scorer. He moves just all over the floor and gets it done.
Williams from long range. Wizards leading by 7. McCollum with it, and it's Thomas picking him up. Kicks it to George. Pass to Sarr. Middleton with a screen on Claxton. Washington needs to get off a shot. For 3, McCollum. And again, Washington with a triple.
Yeah, McCollum excels at everything on the court. And man, he is putting on a show.
Screen by Claxton. Porter. Back to Thomas. Launches a 3. It's rebounded by Washington. 13 points was their biggest lead of the game. Kicks it out to Middleton. Washington moving the ball around. There's McCollum with the three. Gets the three to fall. McCollum's got 14 points now in the second half.
Tonight, their attack revolves around him. As he goes, so goes the offense. Their strategy has been pretty simple here in the second half. Attack from three-point range.
Well, they certainly have the shooters to do it. It's just about finding that rhythm.
He's a go-to guy for them because he's that consistent. Time and time again, he delivers.
Sarr with a screen on Thomas. There's McCollum with the three. Gets it off. No luck on that one. And so it's the Washington Wizards up 14 as we wrap up. And a moment now as we take a look at our State Farm assist of the game.
Now, I know he's a big man, but he's got some point guard in him if he's making passes like this.
Yeah, so impressive for a big guy to make a find like a guard.
And we reach the fourth quarter in a game that may already be out of hand. So on the floor for the Wizards, Kispert is out there with Whitmore. Then there's Carlton Carrington. Then there's Johnson. And it's Champagnie at the center position.
Now, you have to extend that defense. I mean, you really have to stay connected to him at all times.
Yeah, we talk about winning basketball all the time and what it looks like. Well, that defense right there, that's the opposite of that.
Now here's Powell. From the high post. And it's Whitmore with the rebound. Washington leading by 17. Pass to Kispert, and here's Johnson. Outside Carrington. Takes a three. Brooklyn with the board.
Great job on the closeout and taking away space against a good shooter.
Clowney can't get it to go. Washington has gone 1 of 2 from deep in this quarter. Three-pointer Kispert. It doesn't go for him.
And you never want to give a shooter like him a clean look.
Brooklyn, no good that time either. The Wizards have gotten just 1 shot to fall out of 3 attempts in the fourth. And there's a pick. Here's Carrington. Nice shot from the wing. Carrington's got his first basket. Nets trail by 19. Man, the pass to Martin. Connects from downtown.
Man, he's on fire. Playing patient basketball, not forcing shots.
Here's Carrington. And right away, they match it with a three-pointer of their own. And the Wizards lead by 19. Here's Martin. And he can't answer back. The three-pointer offline. And so it's Johnson with it. He brings it up for Washington. 19-point lead, which is the largest margin of the game. Brooklyn shooting just 37% in the game. It's good from beyond the arc. Washington has got 2 of 5 threes to go here in the fourth. Here's the pick. And it's Corey Kispert with the three.
These teams are finding the range, showing a lot of confidence.
Yeah, he was so ready to answer that. These teams are just battling.
Nice! That one's good. Washington leading by 17. He shoots. It's off.
Couldn't quite line that one up. Just got to shake it off and move on to the next one.
Going inside. Powell fires. Oh, the miss in the face of great defense. Let's loose for three. Rebounded by Powell. The Nets have gotten 3 of 8 shot attempts to find the net here in the fourth quarter. Misses the three. The Wizards have gotten 4 of 9 shots to go in during this fourth quarter.
And the distance between the point totals for these teams tells the whole story. Just a fantastic effort, and you have to give it up for the Wizards.
I was really impressed with their attitude today, Grant. Competitive game, they battled through every step of the way.
NBA, can you say big-time effort and energy? I mean, just a tremendous performance. They were well deserving of this win.
And what a huge performance it was for C.J. McCollum.
The scoring effort from him, unreal. Carrying this team, I mean, he was amazing tonight.
Now here's Whitmore. From downtown. Oh, it's off target. 44 seconds left in the final quarter. Powell! Oh, it's off.
Well, the defense was daring him to take that shot, and it paid off.
Beyond the arc. It's money from deep.
And they came in here with some attitude, and it brought out their best play.
Winning away from home takes nerve and great discipline. Kudos to them.
And Carlton Carrington is going to pick up the foul here. That's his first foul.
And just wasn't able to set up in time.
There's a 4-second difference between the shot and game clock. Washington with the ball. McCollum! And again for 3. Buries his 10th triple of the game.
Unbelievable, B.A. Unbelievable.
Thomas outside. Fades away. Unable to get that one. And so it's Washington easily grabbing this one. Boy, this crowd has to be
For the Hornets, the young shooter, Brandon Miller. He'll be looking to bring his offense tonight as they assemble themselves for basketball at Barclays Center. Hornets, Nets coming up next. And a look at the starters for the Hornets. Plumlee is at center and Bridges next to him. McNeely out there with LaMelo Ball, and it's Miller in at the 3. Thomas's shot is off.
And he might have thrown himself off when he saw how much space he had from 3.
You know, Greg, you could argue the Nets kind of overachieved last season under first-year head coach Jordy Fernandez.
Yeah, only the 6th worst record last season. The defense was halfway decent, but they understand some patience is required in a rebuild.
Pass to McNeely. Off the mark there with the three-point shot. The kick out to Williams. There's the 3. And the rebound goes to the Hornets. Here's McNeely. Shot goes down. Very quick possession right there. McNeely's got the first points up on the board for the Hornets. Takes a step back. Here's Thomas. Pass to Highsmith. Porter a screen on Ball. Highsmith's shot is off. For Charlotte, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Here's the 3. Knocks down the 3 ball. McNeely's got 5 now.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
Here's Highsmith. And the Nets miss again.
Oh, he really wanted that triple. Even though he missed, I really like the competitiveness I'm seeing.
And the Nets miss again. Charlotte has gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. A fadeaway. McNeely's shot is off. The Nets have gone 0 of 5 here to start the game. Rough start for them. And a wide open look for Porter. Misses the 3.
And even without that 3-ball dropping for him, the defense should have done more on that last play.
And LaMelo, anything but mellow. That time, huge finish.
And just under 2.5 minutes elapsed here in the first. Thomas kicks to Porter. Shot to stop the run. Pass to Claxton. The kick out to Porter. Bridges with the steal. Miller outside. Rebound, Brooklyn. Williams looking over the floor. Outside, Porter. They set the screen. Outside for Thomas. From downtown. Good, and a nice assist from Porter.
This is the kind of range Thomas has, which is why you must get out on him immediately.
McNeely's shot is off. Nets trail by 4. On the wing, Porter. Back to Thomas. The 3. Plumlee with the rebound. Hornets have gotten 3 of 8 shots to fall for them here in the first quarter. Pass to McNeely. Now Ball. Here's McNeely, guarded by Porter. Fires away from way outside. Charlotte no good that time either.
And that was a little bit of a range check for him.
Yeah, he might have been feeling himself a little too much on that one. He can hit it, but not consistent.
Now here's Ball. No good on the 3. Thomas with the ball, and it's Miller picking him up. The kick out to Porter. Off target from outside. Charlotte leading by 4. Here's McNeely. Charlotte no good that time either.
Well, it isn't for a lack of effort when it comes to getting up the 3-pointers, but not much to show for it. He's going to lose the green light here very early in this game if this keeps up.
Now 8 seconds separating the 2 clocks. Miller with a wide open look. Pass to McNeely. Tries the spin move. Clock at 6. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line. It's on Cameron Thomas.
I mean, even from over here, you can see that one pretty clearly.
Both shots good from the stripe.
Well, when you send him to the line, you know what the outcome is likely to be.
And Thomas with the stuff.
Yeah, just solid work on the back end of that play.
Yep, you're right. Finished hard with two hands on that stuff. And we reached the end of the first quarter. It's Charlotte up by 4. And we'll be... And if you're just joining us, we've played through one quarter in this one. What stands out to you guys from the Hornets in this one?
Yeah, in that first period, they looked to push in transition at every opportunity.
It leads to some easy buckets, and I think it's given them control of the pace in this one.
We've got Terrence Mann. Powell is out there with Martin, and it's Wolf in at the 5 down low. That's the Nets 5 as we get into the second quarter. Powell for 3, cans it from downtown. Powell's got himself going there, his first points of the game on the deep ball. Sexton against Powell. Dinwiddie outside. Here's Knipple. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good. Right there, the defender clearly trying to inhibit a fast break. I think that's a transition take foul. The Nets shooting their first free throw of the game.
Yeah, and 79% from the line as a team a season ago. Pretty reliable in that regard.
Wilson, he's checked in for the Nets. Martin from outside sinks the triple. And it's all knotted up. Richard, one thing we see in this league, teams changing coaches much more often than they change the GM.
Yeah, one guy picks the players, the other guy coaches the players. Seems like a shared responsibility, but the job security, well, that's not equal.
Man, and there's the drive. Foul for 3. Hornets with the rebound. And we're now about a minute and a half into the second quarter. Knipple wide open, and he fires. The basket good off the assist from Sexton.
That's his shot. When Knipple gets any sliver of breathing room from deep, he's gonna fire.
Hornets leading by 6. Sexton attacking. And Sexton slams it in.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA. The lead is what it is right now.
Yeah, it's going to take better rim protection than that if they're going to climb out of this hole.
Back to Powell to end the run. Knipple with the rebound. For Charlotte, they've gotten 4 of the first 5 shots to fall in the second quarter. Outstanding shooting. For the 3. Powell pulls it in. Nets trail by 8. Demand. And the 3 off target. Charlotte's gone 3 of 5 beyond the arc since the start of the second quarter. Powell with the steal. Pass to Mann. Outside Martin. And that's a foul called on Colin Sexton. That is his first foul of the game. Now about 3 minutes gone in this second quarter of basketball. Here's Wolf. Outside for Martin. Just 5 to shoot. For 3. Score the basket. His second of 2 attempts.
If you give him that kind of separation, he's going to take full advantage.
Dinwiddie for 3. And he's good on the 3 ball. Dinwiddie's got the lead up to 8 now for the Hornets. Mann passes to Martin. Kicks it out to Wilson. Back to Martin. Diabate grabs the board.
And you got to give credit to the D for never giving up on the play and doing just enough to bother him at the rim.
Knipple with the bucket.
What I like about this young guy, Knipple, is that he lets his game come to him, including when he takes shots.
Mann with it. Defended by Knipple. Shot is good, and the Charlotte lead is cut down to 8. Again, the points coming from Martin.
The real come at us, and we're coming right back at you.
Yeah, I love the competitive fire right there. You drain a triple on us, and I'm coming for my revenge.
Merciless answer from Dinwiddie. He says, I can do that as well. The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, you like the pick to set up the open shot, but when it leads to a dunk, okay, even better, you'll take it.
Martin, the pass to Mann. Back to Martin. Takes the three. Good on the shot, and with that, the Charlotte lead is cut down to just 6 points, and the bucket from Mann.
Rate of baskets assisted, it's a stat I really like. It tells the story of how well you are playing team offense.
Dinwiddie kicks to Sexton. Charlotte moving it around. Goes back up. Kicks it out to Dinwiddie. Got it off in time, and he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And so it's the Charlotte Hornets with their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. And their three-point shooting has paved the way for them. Right back after this break. Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game that's been so far. You have to like what we're seeing from Spencer Dinwiddie.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
You love guys who can get their shots within the flow of the offense.
And a whole new lineup here for Brooklyn. On the court for the Hornets. At the forward spots, it's Miller and Bridges. McNeely out there with LaMelo Ball, and it's Plumlee in at the center position. Here's McNeely. Off target from three-point range.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
Yeah, and the risk now is that he gets inside his own head. Time to take deep breaths in through the nose, out through the mouth, and let the game come to you.
You know, Greg, talking about Cam Thomas now, what are some things you'd like to see him improve on?
Well, I'd say defense first and foremost. If he's able to improve there, as well as his passing and playmaking, watch out. He's already an incredible scorer.
Outside Thomas, stolen by Ball. 3-on-3, and it's slammed in by Bridges.
Good anticipation from this crafty wingman. Bridges enjoys taking chances and going for the alley-oop.
Here's Highsmith, covered by Miller. Over in the corner, Claxton. Corner outside, and again, Brooklyn with the triple.
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
Sinks the three-pointer. McNeely's got the lead up to 11 now for the Hornets.
Most of the time, if you give him that much room, oh yeah, that's going to be the result.
Wasted no time on that one. Porter's got 9.
That was an emphatic answer by Porter Jr., looking to dominate him from beyond.
And so Thomas will bring it up for Brooklyn. Nobody near Williams. And it's off from three-point range. Over to the left wing. Here's McNeely. That falls. Nice feed that time from Ball. McNeely's got 9 points now in just the second half. The kick out to Porter. Over in the corner, Williams. Back to Porter. Just 5 on the clock. Three-pointer. It's rebounded by Charlotte. From past the arc. And it's the Hornets, another 3.
He's found his rhythm from deep, and you can see the confidence.
And, of course, it helps space the floor, which gives this offense more room to operate.
Williams inside the line. Bridges with the board. Charlotte leading by 14. Williams with the steal. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. Uses the glass to finish the layup. He's got 7.
Outrunning the defense. Great transition play there by Thomas.
Ball with it. Now Thomas defending. Here's McNeely. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. And the Hornets lead by 15.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
And you see this so much more nowadays in the NBA. Teams putting a larger emphasis on jacking up threes.
Outside Williams. Pass to Highsmith. Gets the three-pointer to fall. 58 seconds left in the third. And a deep three from Ball. And they come right back with their own three-pointer.
There's Ball with the answer. I love the fire this guy plays with.
Porter, no luck. Hornets leading by 13. Fires from way outside.
A shot like that is a polite way to say, hey, coach, bench me.
Not only a terrible shot, but also at the worst possible time. That's just not good.
And such a sharpshooter from outside the arc. Porter just superb at knowing when to fire from deep.
For Brooklyn, they've gone 7 of 12 from the floor since coming out of the break. It's tipped. The kick out to Williams. Back to Thomas. Porter with the screen for Thomas. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so it's Charlotte going into the break with a... And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
Just true artistry right there. I mean, great decision on where to go with the ball, and how about the perfect delivery.
A lot of times a spectacular pass is more impressive than a spectacular shot. This is one of those times.
The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. Martin is out there with Powell. Then it's Terrence Mann, and it's Clowney in at the power forward position. So that's the lineup for Brooklyn. Hornets leading by 8. There's the screen. Dinwiddie for 3. And with the rebound. And for Brooklyn, they're shooting 43% from the floor. Powell, no one around him. Nailed from three-point land.
When guys are moving the ball, sharing it, it makes the game so much more fun, both as a player and as a fan.
Knipple with the bucket.
How about the response by Knipple there? Love seeing him answer the call with a triple of his own.
Martin with the bucket.
And all of a sudden, that three puts them in striking distance, guys. He's had that shot working all night.
And I bet he's thinking that he could close the gap completely if he can keep those threes coming.
Dinwiddie for 3. Brooklyn with the rebound. Mann with it. Defended by Knipple. And there's a foul called on Trey Mann. That is his first foul of the game. First minute and a half of basketball played here in the fourth quarter. Outside, Martin. Pass to Mann. 6 to shoot. A three-pointer off the mark. Charlotte leading by 5. Lets it go with a 3. Mann can't hit. Out to the right wing. Here's Wolf. It's good from long range.
Well, they left it until the fourth quarter, but finally the run they needed to get back into this one.
I'm sure they wish they made this run sooner, but they've still got time to come away and steal this one.
Not a consistent three-point shooter, but Dinwiddie can get hot, so you can't just let him fire at will.
Powell! The long shot, no good. Hornets leading by 5.
And the definition of teamwork right there on that alley-oop.
And Greg, what about the finish? Bringing it down with some thunder. Yeah. And over 2.5 minutes in the books here in the fourth. Oh, and he misses the dunk. Charlotte has gone 2 of 5 on three-point shots since the end of the third quarter.
Good work by Knipple, getting involved on the break.
For the Nets, this one not looking good. And stolen by Sexton. Dinwiddie outside. From outside. Shoots the 3. A three-pointer. Good.
Part of what makes Dinwiddie dangerous is he can score without dominating the ball.
Here's Mann. Defended by Mann. Now, Mann. Shot clock at 6. It's off target. Sexton deciding where to go with it. And get the 3. Nets trail by 13. Martin with the screen for Powell. And down goes the 3.
And in getting that 3 to go, he snaps an 11-0 run by Charlotte.
The Hornets have gone 5 of 11 from the field in the fourth quarter.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Hornets.
And guys, the fast break was run, I thought, beautifully all night by these guys. I think that was a big part of their success.
Yeah, they definitely ran the break well. A big advantage in that category, and they continually put pressure on the defense.
A quality pass, setting up a quality shot. It's just textbook basketball.
Knocks down the three.
And they came in determined to take this one. It's going to be a happy flight home.
And as it should be. To be this dominant on another team's floor, look, when you go home, you're going to go home feeling good.
Here's Knipple. Guarded by Powell. And he does not hit. And Greg, it looks like time is going to run out on him here.
Yeah, I mean, unless they come up with an absolute miracle.
Here now is Dinwiddie.
First team foul. Substitutions on the court.
Miller. Whoa! Big time shot!
No, he didn't.
I don't think I have ever seen anything like that in my career.
Wow! So no problem for Charlotte as they get the win. They came in here.